If your knees are caving in during squats or any hip flexion movement, this is probably why it's happening, and here's how to fix it. Knee caving happens when the muscles on the inside of your thigh, being your adductors, pull your femur inward, and the muscles on the outside of your hip, being your abductors, either aren't strong enough or don't fire at the right time to stabilize the knee. So strength matters, but so does timing. If your foot pressure shifts or your pelvis rotates even slightly, the adductors gain more leverage. When that happens, your abductors have to work harder to keep your knee in line, and if they can't match that force, the knee collapses in. So again, when the knee caves, it's not just a weakness, it's also a coordination problem between the abductors and adductors working together under load. Here's how to fix it. First, tripod foot pressure. Keep your big toe, pinky toe, and heel locked into the floor. This keeps the pelvis centered and reduces adductor dominance. Second, creating outward tension from the hip, not the knee. Think rotate the femur slightly out, not push your knees wide. You're just trying to resist the inward collapse, not flare out aggressively. And third, strengthen your abductors directly. Use the abductor machine to focus on creating strong, controlled tension through the entire range of motion. This builds up the hip stability you need so your knees can resist collapsing inward during squats. And fourth, recreate that tension in your squat. After your abductor work, go back to your squat or your other hip flexion movement and apply the same outward tension that you just felt. That's how you train the timing and coordination that prevents the knee from caving in. Now, there are other things that can be contributing factors like foot pressure shifting, pelvic position changing, or just getting fatigued. And you also have things that can influence it like toe positioning and ankle mechanics. But in most cases, the root problem is the adductors pulling the thigh inward and the abductors not stabilizing it. So if you strengthen that relationship between your adductors and abductors and apply the cues we went over, any squat or hip flexion variation you do will immediately become more stable, more consistent, and a lot stronger. If this information was useful and you want a more in-depth look at the rest of your training to make sure you're getting the most out of each movement, feel free to reach out and we'll see if my coaching style is a good fit for you.